Let's start with the simplest range structure, the prefix sum. We build it once, and then we answer every range query with a single subtraction. Predict first. In the tree above, node 4 to 5 has children. What interval does its left child cover, and what does its right child cover? Pause and answer. The answer is that the left child covers 4 to 4, just element 4, and the right child covers 5 to 5, just element 5. A parent's interval always splits at its midpoint into two, halves that partition it exactly, with no overlap and no gap. Building the prefix array takes one pass. After that, every query is one subtraction. Let's watch the running total grow, left to right. We start with pre at 0 equal to 0. That is the empty prefix, the sum of nothing. Then pre at 1 is pre at 0 plus at index 0. That is 0 plus 3, so 3. Next, pre at 2 is pre at 1 plus at index 1. That is 3 plus 2, so 5. Each new entry just adds one more element to the total before it. We keep going to the end. After one pass, pre at 8 is 19. That is the sum of the whole array. Now any range query costs just one subtraction. This is the build function in C. It fills the prefix array from the plain array A. First, pre at 0 is set to 0. An empty prefix sums to 0. This is the base case. Then a loop runs I from 0 up to n-1. Each step sets pre at I plus 1 to pre at I plus, and at index I, that is the running total, one element at a time. The query function takes a range, a left index L and a right index R. It returns pre at R plus 1 minus pre at L, 1, subtraction, gives the sum of the whole range. Now the three costs, and the third one is the whole reason this chapter continues. Build is big O of n, one pass. Query is big O of 1, a single subtraction no matter how wide the range. But update, changing one element, is big O of n because every later prefix shifts, so the whole array has to be rebuilt. Fast queries, hopeless updates. Predict first. For a range sum from 2 to 5 on the prefix array above, which two entries do you subtract and in which order? Pause and answer. The answer is pre at 6 minus pre at 2, which is 19 minus 5, so 14. That is the entry just past the right end, minus the entry at the left end. Check it against the raw values. Minus 1 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 is 14. And note the plus 1 on the right index. Forgetting it is one of this chapter's named bugs. Let's run it. The array holds these 8 numbers. We call build prefix once to fill the prefix array. Then we ask 3 range questions and print each answer. The output shows the array, then the prefix array, then the 3 answers. Range sum of 2 to 5 is 14. Range sum of 0 to 7 is 19, the whole array. Range sum of 4 to 4 is 5, a single element. So the query is fast, but the update is slow. That gap is exactly what the rest of the chapter fixes.